What's up, future officers? My name is Tejas and I welcome you all to this brand new episode of iLead. Today, we are going to be discussing about the 131st Constitutional Amendment Bill 2025. So, it's been making a lot of headlines because it's making a lot of political uproar. Sir, why is this political uproar happening, you might ask? See, basically what this bill proposes to do is it is aiming to bring Chandigarh under Article 240. What will happen if it is brought under Article 240? Its administrative structure is going to change. Sir, this is fine. Administrative structure is going to change. But what exactly is going to change? You might ask. See, what's going to change is that like the other UTs, where president can directly control those UTs, Chandigarh is also proposed to be brought under this ambit of Article 240, where the president can directly make rules, directly make regulations. The aim is pretty simple, boss. The aim is to simplify the central government's lawmaking process for the UT of Chandigarh and thereby bring uniformity for the other UTs which are lacking the legislatures. So what would be the key features of this particular 131st Constitutional Amendment Bill? Very simple. Point number 1, it brings Chandigarh under Article 240. So basically, it is enabling the president to make regulations which are equivalent to the acts of parliament. This is what Article 240 is, which is very similar to Andaman and Nicobar, Daman and Diu, Dadra and Nagar Haveli, and Puducherry. So basically, these are the union territories where the assembly is dissolved. Number 2, it allows the appointment of an independent administrator, wherein what exactly this means is that it opens up the possibility of replacing the current system where Punjab's governor becomes the chief administrator of Chandigarh as well. Point number 3 is that it reduces Punjab's administrative role. This would basically mark a historical shift from the historical arrangement which is given in the 1966 Punjab reorganization, triggering political concerns. So these are the certain things which you have to know about 131st Amendment Bill. But usually will always questions come about 131st Amendment Bill only? Maybe not. Maybe UPSC usually has this trend where they go little around the bush and they might end up asking a question wherein they might give you a certain question about Chandigarh as well, because this is what this bill is speaking about. So what do you have to understand about Chandigarh? Chandigarh is the joint capital of two states, wherein it is the joint capital of Punjab and Haryana. Along with this, the planned vision of Chandigarh was first conceived by our first Prime Minister, Pandit Jawaharlal Nehru. This was conceived as a symbol of modern India's aspirations after the partition. So basically, when we see so many reports like World Population Report, World Investment Report, all of them, they state that a lot of migration is happening from rural to urban places. But can you all answer, how many cities have we actually built after the independence? Most of the cities, if you see, majority of the cities were all built during colonial era or much before that. But after independence, we have hardly built any cities. Maybe one name which does crop up in our mind is Chandigarh, right? So this was a way in which Jawaharlal Nehru conceived this to be. It was a plan for the modern era. This was designed by Le Corbusier. Now, who is this Le Corbusier? He is a Swiss-French architect who is responsible for building the Chandigarh city. In fact, it would not be wrong if I go ahead and say that it was one of world's finest and earliest experiments in modern urban planning. There's also a little bit of post-partition background also which you have to know about Chandigarh. After the partition, after the mass exodus which happened during the partition, Lahore went to Pakistan. So Punjab was devoid of a very strong capital. That time, Chandigarh was envisioned as the capital for Indian Punjab. Along with that, there was also a part of this city which was meant for a refugee colony. That is, a lot of refugees coming from Pakistan could settle in this part of the city. Sir, this was about the history. Can you tell us a little bit about geography? Don't worry, I'm here. See, Chandigarh comes in the foothills of Shivaliks. So if you see this foothills of Shivaliks, in fact, if you want to travel to Himachal Pradesh. Most of the flights, if you actually go and see, it will land in Chandigarh, and from there you will have to take a cab to most of exploring Himachal Pradesh. So usually this is how it is. But what I'm trying to tell is it is at the foothills of Shivaliks. It is in this district called as Ambala district. Okay, usually a very big cantonment, army cantonment is also in that particular district. Earlier, this particular province had its own chief commissioner or chief secretary for this particular province. Later on, there has been administrative changes, and this 131st constitutional amendment bill is also this proposal where it plans to change the administrative structure of Chandigarh. I hope that this video has brought you clarity. Let me know in the comment section on what you think. Should you think that this bill should be passed? It would be good for Chandigarh's future, or do you feel that there are some apprehensions about this bill? Whatever it is, let me know in the comment section below. We'll keep that forum as a very constructive place for our dialogue. Until next time, this is Tejas signing off. Thank you and have a nice day.